What's going on, guys? Welcome to the drone show. Got one for you that's gonna be super interesting and probably be interesting for some time because I have a lot of stuff here to do demonstrations for, and you're gonna love it. Thanks to Adanma who won the giveaway. We have some HK Knifeworks stones. This one was glued to a nice piece of marble. We've got an NSK Oboro Knife 200 grit and an FSK 400 grit that appears to have never been used. If it has been, there is no sign of it. It is absolutely beautiful. So today, what I think I'm going to do is I am going to compare the finish of the 1000 grit HK Knifeworks against the FSK 1000 grit that Matt let me test. I'm going to do another test, not today, but I'm going to do another one where I take the same knife and I'm going to put an edge on it with the FSK, dull it, put an edge on it with the HK Knifeworks. We'll just see how they respond. You know, which one looks better, which one performs better, etc., etc. Today I'm going to do the stuff with this guy, the Damascus, copper Damascus knife that I got on Etsy. It's not the greatest, but it's carbon steel, not even stainless, so it's 15N20 and 1080 with copper. So we're going to give it a shot because I've been wanting to kind of redeem that knife a little bit anyway. I thinned the edge to a degree, but I haven't gone too crazy because of the copper and stuff, and I just been kind of toying with it a little bit here, trying to make it a little better. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how these bad boys do. I'm going to hit it with the Oboro Knife 200 first, just to knock off some more of those layers, and then proceed with the FSK 400, which is supposed to be a grinder, and then I'm going to hit it with the 1000 HK Knifeworks. So yeah, this should be interesting. Had to cut that and double check. Today's the giveaway. So I messed that up, but that also starts a new giveaway. The winner of today's giveaway is Rick. Rick, you're my boy. Send me your address. I know I have it, but just double check for me. Shoot me your address again, because I'll have to dig it up. I had a screenshot, I believe it was. But anyway, shoot me your address and I'll get this out to you. But that's going to start the new giveaway. So we have another Altstone Fukami to give away. That's going to run from today until 2 weeks from today. I'm going to put the date in the description down below. But yeah, again, make sure that you are a subscriber to the channel and make sure that you comment in the videos starting today up until the last video before the announcement of the winner. That's how you enter. It costs you nothing. Phone's ringing. It's doing that a lot today. On good news, those that know about the situation with my mother, I wanted to update you guys. First of all, thank you so much for your thoughts, prayers, and all the positive, good vibes and good words. That means a lot to me. It was a very sudden thing, right? Just so you know, my mom's colon had lost blood flow. It just stopped. It almost ruptured. If she hadn't gotten rushed to the ER when she did, she could have potentially died. But they got it in time. They had to remove her entire colon, which changes her life incredibly because my dad has dementia and she was his caretaker. So things are changing for them, but I've got it under control. Today, my mom came off the ventilator and she is doing better. She's off the meds that were essentially keeping her alive and her blood pressure's elevated. They were able to take her off of that stuff, and so she's good to go. So again, thank you guys so very much. I appreciate it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and look at this stuff real quick. Here is that's a 3000. This is a 3000 HK Knifeworks. We'll get to that in a different video. This is the 1000. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful guy there. I'm going to set it off to the side here. He told me what this one was. I'm assuming it's a 400 maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry that I forgot. I need to double check my messages. But I'll leave it out today and we'll use the FSK just for grins. And we're going to go through these pretty quick. I'm going to do them a little bit faster maybe than even you should. But I will give them individual videos just to kind of, you know, be proper about it, I guess. So here's something else too. You would think these NSKs, I thought this the entire time. If you look at how they look here, this plate that they're on, I thought it was aluminum. It is not. It's a resin of some kind. So it is not metal in any way, shape, or form. And I put it under a microscope and double checked that. I was blown away because I was 100% positive that that was metal just by its looks, because it looks like a metal. So kudos to them. I mean, that's pretty amazing. I'm going to use this guy here. I love this. If you guys have not seen these before, I get them from, or I got it from Bernal Cutlery. You squeeze it. You can make it fit any stone you want. Well, not any stone. There's some that it won't fit, but it's so cool. This is all rubber. So is this. These are plastic, spring loaded, like I said, and it is such a great stone holder. I'd put off getting one for a long time, and the other day I'm like, you know what, it's 35 bucks. Of course, if you don't get anything else from them, shipping's quite astronomical, but I wanted one, so I got it. I also got this guy. This is the 200 grit flattening stone, the NSK Kogyo, or yeah, flattening stone. Once again, sintered diamond. Anyway, so cool. I was going to think about doing it on this today. I don't think I need to. I will use the Duressa, the Dia Duressa that comes with it though, real quick here, just to make sure we get this surface nice and prepped. So I hope you guys have had a good week. I hope everything's been all right. My week's been quite complicated, I guess, to say the least, with everything going on. But thinking about and preparing these things, as well as, you know, taking care of my dad and stuff, have kept me pretty busy. It's kept my mind off the bad stuff, which is good. And like I said, with mom doing better now, it's even better. So, you know, I don't know the outcomes of things, and it's not good to just sit there and perseverate on stuff that you have no control over, and you don't know which direction it's going to go. So, but again, I definitely appreciate you guys, all the messages, like both on the videos and personally, either on Reddit or in my email and stuff. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you all very, very much. All right, we are prepared. Let's go ahead and start rocking off some metal, huh? Like I said, I'm going to kind of not rush through this, but I am going to go somewhat speedily. Speedily deedly do. Talk like Flanders, right? We just kind of rush through this and see what we can get on this bad boy. Like I said, this thing is, it kind of reminds me of that that bunka that Rick loves so much, that Hatsu Kokoro, just really thick behind the edge, and it was hyped up when I bought it to be more than it is. Like I said, they wanted to, their retail price was $387, but you can get it now if you buy it on sale for $87. So $87 is not bad. I don't mind that. Here we go. Let's listen to this 200 grit NSK Kogyo. Man, it is just as quiet as the 800. It feels identical to the 800, but yeah, that's insane. Like, here, let's do this instead of long strokes. And this is the NSK Kogyo Oboro Knife 200 grit. I mean, I'll be honest, it's hard to tell with the 800 and this one if you're cutting by feel. So with the FSK, and I haven't tried the other ones yet, the HK Knife Works, but with the FSK, and even though it was 1000 grit, I can absolutely tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was cutting. As I'm using this a little bit more, I can kind of feel that here, but still, it has a smooth feel. Clearly I'm getting, you know, metal buildup here in the stone, so that's telling me that it is cutting. I'm getting an insane burr. So again, I know it's cutting, but if it wasn't for those other indicators, I would have to question it. It's quiet. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't put up an appearance like it's a heavy cutter. But I'm gonna tell you, this burr is insane right now. So I'm gonna do some long strokes real quick just to kind of see. Oh yeah. Man, this thing's gonna make really short work of this. So, and I'm, like I said, I'm gonna bounce through it. So this is actually perfect. But yeah, it's so weird. These are, I was really concerned, if I'm being completely honest, about my 800 at first. I was like, man, this thing, I don't think it's performing like I want to. And that was, you know, mixed with the fact that I was using it on HAP 40. And HAP 40 is a tough nut to crack. I mean, that's already flipped. That's insane. HAP 40 is it's a tougher steel to sharpen. It's not impossible, but it's a harder steel to sharpen. It's a high-speed tool steel, but it got a really amazing edge. Oh, that's something else. So I was kind of disappointed with my Gyoto and the edge I put on it initially, until I looked at it completely under this microscope. I looked at like one spot, right? And then we deburred it, and then it looked like the burr was gone. I didn't go up the whole knife like I sometimes do. But what I did was, because I was not happy, 100%, I mean, I was decent, is I looked at the whole thing under the microscope. So most of that knife, like somewhere in the middle, was pretty well removed, like a good chunk. But there was a burr all over the rest of it. I did not realize how difficult HAP 40 was to deburr. And that may just be a case for mine. I don't know. Now, I will also say that it could have been my technique. So I'm going to experiment. I'm going to see, and I'm going to use these, right, to try and sharpen it again. I'm going to see if it's just a stubborn deburring, or if I was not giving it enough of an angle, because I kind of think that was the problem. So as we know, to deburr when stropping, you need to do it a certain way. Sometimes if it doesn't seem like it's deburring, you're supposed to raise your angle. I did not do that at any time. So to be fair, I'm going to redo it. I'm going to make sure that there isn't a problem with the heat treat on that knife, which I'm going to tell you, I did some test cooking with it, and I was chopping the hell out of all kinds of stuff. That it doesn't even seem like it touched anything. So it's still wicked sharp. I was able to do more tomato cuts and hands-free once I got it deburred. That thing was slicing off paper-thin slices, it felt like. I mean, I wasn't able to personally cut them that thin because I suck at making those kind of cuts. But they were definitely thin, and they were doing it one-handed while it was stuck to the cutting board. So we'll give it a redemption, just like we gave the NSK a redemption. I'm pretty sure this guy is deburred, and I'm not gonna go crazy with it because I'm doing another stone. Man, I can feel some serious diamonds. You know, the 200 grit. I looked at this under the microscope. It matched my flattener because they're both 200 grit. So, I mean, I didn't think that it wouldn't, but all right. I'm not even going to test this edge. I might give it a real quick, I mean, a super quick paper cut, right? That's not what we're doing here. I'm getting to the 1000 grit edge and just seeing how fast I can do it, but let's just super quick. I don't know if I'll do it with a 400 or not, but we'll see. Let me set this guy aside. Let's bring you back up, Chaw. Wipe off the water. Oh, well, anybody got any good weekend plans? Let me know. Tomorrow is my son's birthday. He'll be 18. I told him, man. Woo! Time to get out of the house. Oop. 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 That's not burred enough. I need to deburr it pretty good, it looks like. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Again, I'm not stopping there. I just want to hear it cut. It cut pretty decent, like, and again, I'll guarantee you there's probably a hanger. It's a hanger for the burr. Anyway, but yeah, 18. Man, I remember being 18. Whew. What a time it was. Man, it was a different time, though. I don't know about y'all. I love technology. I am an IT guy. But I liked not being weighted down by technology, you know? Technology follows them kids everywhere. All right. I did not know that the FSKs came with a little dressing stone. I'm assuming that's what this is. So that's kind of cool. It says 220. I don't know. Huh, we'll mess with that later. Beautiful packaging. That nice wooden stuff, just like the NSK. I like this slate. It's nice. Reminds me of a conical, like I showed you before, but you know, it's kind of a similar thing. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but super duper cool though. 400 grit FSK Vitrified Diamond. And let's remember the NSK Kogyo Oboro Knife was just a resin bonded diamond. All right. We'll get us some first looks here. I need to put this back in here. That was mine. All right, let's listen. I'm excited. I know Matt Nelson, who sent me the FSK 1000. This is the stone that's like he's wanting this one. So let's listen to it and see how she sounds. All right. Oh, good Lord. Holy crap. Huh. Oh my gosh. That is aggressive. Holy crap. Like, I don't know if even aggressive is the proper term. That thing, wow. I mean, you heard that. That sounded like my freaking Rock Road, that Nanowa, that 120 grit. Holy crap. Right now, I'm going to tell you this is what I would 100% use as a reprofiling stone. That is so much metal, I am even just going to go ahead and go to the other side. That burr is top to bottom done. Wow. Holy crap, I'm going to do something real fast on this behind the edge. You've got to be kidding me. That strips off metal. It doesn't just grind a little off. This thing strips the metal off. Holy crap. I need one of these. Matt, no wonder this is like your grail, buddy. That FSK 1000 is insane. This is like psychotic. That, wow. Dude. Thank you, Adonma. Appreciate you, man. I'll get this back to you in about a year, man. I'm kidding, by the way, of course. Whew. This is just crazy. Man, I'm not kidding when I say this is psychotic. This is just beyond crazy. Holy cow. I'm gonna see. So I flipped this one on this side. I just thinned it behind the edge super fast, right? So to show you what this looks like behind the edge here, you can kind of see the bevel. It's a larger bevel because I've been messing with trying to thin it out, okay? And we'll see this piece of copper. This copper kind of goes down in the bevel a little bit. I don't know how well that comes out in the video. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did on the other side real fast. I'm gonna set it flat. I'm gonna raise it up just a smidge so that I'm messing with this area behind the edge here. And let's go. That's just crazy. My goodness. I could thin the crap out of some knives with this thing. I guess this so much light. It didn't do a ton, but I mean, it's pulled significant amounts of metal off of that area. Like, holy crap. I mean, I'm not going to do any more on this stone. I'm going to quickly and lightly deburr. And then move to the 1000. Oh my God. Like, I'm legit blown away. I'd say I'm speechless, but we know that's not possible. So, I forgot to tell you the feedback. Well, no, I did kind of give you the feedback on the Oboro. This one, the feedback is rough. Now, I don't mean rough as in it's awful feedback, but the feel is really rough, clearly. The actual feedback as far as feeling where I am into it, how my angle's held, how it's interacting with the stone, really responsive. I don't detect that there would ever be an issue with feedback with this thing. You will 100% know where you're at all times. The way it felt, again, was a little rough, but smooth. And by smooth, I mean the follow through, even though this thing was, I mean, it was cutting and dragging. You feel it. You can feel exactly like how much pressure you need to, because anything more than light pressure, I'm probably thinking I could grind through this entire knife in like 2 hours. That's how crazy this thing is. Yeah. Like it's grabbing a hold of this edge Well, here, normally these things would skate if you don't put any pressure on them, right? So I'm just going to do this. Look at that. It's making it chatter. That's how much grip there is. This is the stone of stones. This 400, oh my God. You could use this thing for kind of a primary and a low grit profiler or whatever, you know? Jeez, man. This is a hardcore edge cutter, like for real. And I have to be super light here. I think deburring on this thing is almost probably a joke. Because I'm probably cutting more into the edge as I'm just doing that lightly. So, all right, on to the next. Now comes the HK Knife Works, a 1K, baby. Yeah, we're going to explore this thing way more. That's a fact. It gets its own video. They all do. They're going to get their own video, but I wanted to just kind of real quick do this, like I said, because these are cool. All right, 1000 grit, HK Knife Works, Vitrified Diamond, baby. All right. This one is on an aluminum plate. Dude, I'm still blown away by that 1K. Holy crap. Or that 400. This is the 1K. It's catchy when I just rub my fingers across. This is how the FSK feels, and the 200 Oboro, no, I'm sorry, and the 400 FSK feels. These feel like they're going to cut. So again, 1K, let's see how she sounds, how she feels. Handle loose, good Lord. Wow. That is some good feedback too. This feedback is very similar to the FSK, as in it's excellent. The feel, of course, is smoother. You're not as coarse. It's still grabby. It still has that feel of catch, so to speak. I say an a lot today. This is more of a snappier one than the other. Because it just glides a little bit better too. Again, you'll know exactly your angle, if it's right or if it's wrong. With this stone, the feedback is just, I mean, that's just good. Cuts really fast. I've got a humongous burr already, just like, and it was gone. I mean, this thing is just, it's a cutting beast. For a 1K, comparing it to the FSK, I would say it's on par. They feel very similar. Just the resistance and the push and the glide, right, feels just the same. I told Matt, by the way, and I meant to say it at the beginning of the video. Maybe I'll edit it and say it at the beginning. Maybe, who knows. So if you see an edit at the beginning, that's why. Maybe I'll say it then. But I have been like making a database of stones, how they act with certain steels, and just how they behave in particular. And I'm putting it in like a Google Sheets kind of thing that I'm going to share with everybody. Just a free kind of a library, right? That kind of gives you what stones do what, basically. Their feedback, their steels, how they act with certain steels, if there's a problem with certain steels, if they do better with certain steels, such as HAP 40, for example. Or if they eat like softer steels for breakfast and you can't get a good edge, whatever, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get that. I've been compiling it for a little bit, and I plan on getting it released probably in the next week. So if that's something you're interested in, be looking for it. I'll let y'all know. Whew. This side feels smoother and glassier. So cool, man. Man, oh man, oh man. It is, these stones are just, if we would have had resin bonded diamond and vitrified diamond stones, you know, 20 years ago or 30 years ago, whatever, sharpening would be a whole different thing than what it is today. I mean, it's already, you know, revolutionized things. Man, just insane. Okay. I mean, I know we're good, so I'm going to go ahead and do some deburring stuffs. I'm going to do this one a little different. Doing some decreasing pressure. Decreasing number of strokes. This is such a good feeling stone. I may need to buy this off you, Danma. Or that FSK. Man, I'd love to buy that FSK. Probably can't afford it, you know. Sorry if I chewed your guys' ear off today. I've been running on like lots of caffeine and little sleep and dealing with my mom, and anyway, it's all worked out good though. Plus, I got lots of good things to say about this stuff. One of the knives we'll be sharpening up soon on these stones is my new knockery, and again the HAP 40. I'm gonna give it a whole lineup up to the 3K. I got that Zarlik Gen 3 as well from Zarlik Official. They sent it to me that I'm going to be demonstrating for you guys. That thing is super cool. I have not ever done a fixed angle system or a guided system before, and this is my first go, and I did it first thing out of the box. Now, it doesn't hurt, obviously, that I have some sharpening experience, clearly. I think that helped me, you know, immensely. I do have some things that I need to do and learn, such as how not to scrape the actual knife bevel itself, the primary, or not primary, good lord, brain work, the flats, Jesus. I think that just comes with practice and just being careful. But yeah, no, what a great system. All right, we should be deburred. This is indeed just carbon steel. Bring you guys on back to the other side. But yeah, we'll be doing a video very soon on that once I get completely familiar with it. I'm going to sharpen both a kitchen knife and a pocket knife as a demonstration, and I'll be using the DMD resin bonded diamond stones on the finishing part. Those things, like I said, I said they were true to grit, and I used them and put a 3000 grit edge on a couple of knives, one of them being my pocket knife I have up here. Maybe I can show you in the thing. Beautiful edge. Looks great. Cuts so great. Like, it was such a good edge. Just going to strop this real quick on my leather hanging strip. Just a couple of little strokes just to make certain I get this burr. All right. Let's go grab us a little sheet of paper. This little sheet of paper. All right. Now this is a thick boy, so let's see what she do. I mean, that was immediate, like quiet. I didn't have to angle or do anything like it. Whew. Oopsie. Yeah, she's a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Oops. Hello there. Come on now. Don't do this to me. There we go. So clearly I got a little bit of burrage, but that's fine. But this thing, it's stupid. Stupid sharp all the way to the tizip. You know, I'd be curious, real quick. You won't be able to see me. And that's just because I'm lazy and don't want to bring the camera over here. But you'll have to take my word for it. I just pulled a paper towel out, and as you can see, I did indeed cut it. I don't know if it'll do it free hanging, but we'll see. No. Try this. No. No. But again, just take my word for it. It did it. So, that's a sharp beach. Beach, by the way. It's a beach. So I'll shoot some pictures of that edge, but those HK Knifeworks stones are no joke. I didn't think that they were. But that's insane. The unfortunate thing is right now, with the U.S. tariffs, Hong Kong just imposed a no more mail or packages going out to the U.S., period. The tariffs that were just put on them was 145%. So I'm working with Danma to have a middleman, to possibly. So maybe we can get them, if people want them, do something like a group buy, right? If that's what we end up doing, maybe we can get them cheaper that way or something. I don't know. No promises, no guarantees, but we'll see if we can figure something out. Maybe we can't even do that at all. Maybe, you know, maybe I'll get in trouble with the law. This video will get me put in prison. I don't know. But we'll see if anybody's interested, you know. So again, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is a little longer. How long was this? It wasn't too awful bad. My timer's not moving, so I'm really hoping that this bad boy is at least recording, because that would be so awful. Anyway, appreciate you tuning in. I love you guys. Your support's meant a lot to me, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So again, thanks for all the comments and the messages and stuff too about Mom. And congratulations again, Rick, winner, my guy. I'll get you that's sent out, but again, send me your address. You got my email now. And in 2 weeks, new giveaway. Start today. Make comments. You get entered. Another Altstone Fukami. At the 1,000 giveaway, Zarlik's going to give me, or help me at least, give away a Zarlik Gen 3 fixed system, as well as I'm giving away a carbon knife from Knife Japan and a whetstone. So it's going to be awesome once we reach 1K. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on Saturday.